In this lecture, I am going to explain about important terminologies in hacking. Adware is software designed to force pre-chosen ads to display on your system. An attack is an action that is done on a system to get its access and extract sensitive data. A backdoor or trapdoor is a hidden entry to a computing device or software that bypasses security measures such as logins and password protections. A bot is a program that automates an action so that it can be done repeatedly at a much higher rate for a more sustained period than a human operator could do it. For example, sending HTTP, FTP, or Telnet at a higher rate or calling script to create objects at a higher rate. A botnet, also known as zombie army, is a group of computers controlled without their owner's knowledge. Botnets are used to send spam or make denial-of-service attacks. A brute force attack is an automated and the simplest kind of method to gain access to a system or website. It tries different combinations of usernames and passwords over and over again until it gets in. Buffer overflow is a flow that occurs when more data is written to a block of memory or buffer than the buffer is allocated to hold. Clone phishing is the modification of an existing legitimate email with a false link to trick the recipient into providing personal information. A cracker is one who modifies the software to access the features which are considered undesirable by the person cracking the software, especially copy protection features. A denial-of-service attack is a malicious attempt to make a server or network resource unavailable to users, usually by temporarily interrupting or suspending the services of a host connected to the internet. DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service Attack, is also one of the important terminology in hacking. An exploit kit is a software system designed to run on web servers with the purpose of identifying software vulnerabilities in client machines, communicating with it, and exploiting discovered vulnerabilities to upload and execute malicious code on the client. Exploit is a piece of software, a chunk of data, or a sequence of commands that takes advantage of a bug or vulnerability to compromise the security of a computer or network system. A firewall is a filter designed to keep unwanted intruders outside a computer system or network while allowing safe communication between systems and users on the inside of firewall. Keystroke logging is the process of tracking the keys which are pressed on a computer and which touchscreen points are used. It is simply the map of computer or human interface. It is used by gray and black hat hackers to record the login IDs and passwords. Keyloggers are usually secreted onto a device using a Trojan delivered by a phishing email. A virus secreted into a system that triggers a malicious action when certain conditions are met. The most common version is the time bomb. Malware is an umbrella term used to refer to a variety of forms of hostile or intrusive software, including computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, scareware, and other malicious programs. A master program is the program a black hat hacker uses to remotely transmit commands to infected zombie drones, normally to carry out denial-of-service attacks or spam attacks. Phishing is an email fraud method in which the perpetrator sends out legitimate-looking emails in an attempt to gather personal and financial information from recipients. Phreakers are considered the original computer hackers, and they are those who break into the telephone network illegally, typically to make free long-distance phone calls or to tap phone lines. Rootkit is a stealthy type of software, typically malicious, designed to hide the existence of certain processes or programs from normal methods of detection and enable continued privileged access to a computer. A shrink-wrap code attack is an act of exploiting holes in unpatched or poorly configured software. Social engineering implies deceiving someone with the purpose of acquiring sensitive and personal information like credit card details or usernames and passwords. A spam is simply an unsolicited email, also known as junk email, sent to a large number of recipients without their consent. Spoofing is a technique used to gain unauthorized access to computers whereby the intruder sends messages to a computer with an IP address indicating that the message is coming from a trusted host. Spyware is a software that aims to gather information about a person or organization without their knowledge and that may send such information to another entity without the consumer consent, or that asserts control over a computer without the consumer knowledge. Sql Injection is an SQL code injection technique used to attack data-driven applications in which malicious SQL statements are inserted into an entry field for execution. A threat is a possible danger that can exploit an existing bug or vulnerability to compromise the security of a computer or network system. A Trojan or Trojan horse is a malicious program disguised to look like a valid program, making it difficult to distinguish from programs that are supposed to be there designed with an intention to destroy files, alter information, steal passwords, or other information. A virus is a malicious program or a piece of code which is capable of copying itself and typically has a detrimental effect such as corrupting the system or destroying data. A vulnerability is a weakness which allows a hacker to compromise the security of a computer or network system. A worm is a self-replicating virus that does not alter files but resides in active memory and duplicates itself. Cross-site scripting is a type of computer security vulnerability typically found in web applications. Cross-site scripting enables attackers to inject client-side script into web pages viewed by other users. A zombie drone is defined as a hijacked computer that is being used anonymously as a soldier or drone for malicious activity, for example, distributing unwanted spam emails.